Welcome to BNetTV.com. I'm your host, Nicole Scott, here at Mobile Internet World in Boston. I'm joined by Lubna Dajani from Stratemerge. How are you doing today?
Well, thank you, Nicole. Very nice to be here with you.
It's very nice to meet you. It's very nice to be here. And what are you doing here, and what's your company?
Well, I'm here tonight. I'm a co-founder of the New York chapter of a global network called Mobile Monday. So we're hosting, although we do our events on Mondays, we're hosting ours tonight here. You should join us at 7:30. I'm also speaking on a panel tomorrow on emerging business models.
Oh, you're speaking on a panel on emerging business. I was planning on attending that only because it changes every 4 to 5 seconds. There seems to be a new winning business model. How do you pick them? How do you determine what's the winning one?
Well, I guess the winning one would depend on what your success metrics are, depending on who you are. But mobile presents a whole new opportunity for engaging the consumer. And you'll hear throughout the event all sorts of discussions about what are the successful business models, or how do you make money, or how do you measure success in mobile, particularly marketing and advertising. Some years ago that was a no-no. Now this is all that people want to talk about, it seems. I think from where we stand at Stratemerge, we believe that it's going to be all around engaging the individual, the consumer, whether it's by delivering a service or as they are a consumer or an enterprise employee or what have you. Mobility is very, your personal device is very close to you. And it's with you at all times, so it has that need for instant gratification, for speed, for relevance. So an emerging business model would deliver such satisfaction, if you will, to the end user, and would do it in such a way where the focus should be the individual, the customer, rather than how do I make money, but rather how do I deliver a service and how do I make it relevant to me so that I'm compelled to take it, engage. So we need to think about the channel as a platform and as a connector. So I call it the remote control for everyday life.
Now I've actually heard that once today in a panel discussion. Yeah. I think it was the guy from the Yankee group who used it.
Oh, well, it's funny because if it was Birch, he was on one of my panels earlier last week in Mobile Monday in New York. Well, it's okay then. Amongst friends, we can borrow from each other.
Now, when you look at emerging business models, value chain seems to be the buzzword of this conference. Anyways, I'm actually getting a bit tired of hearing about it.
Value chain?
Value chain. That seems to be the one I'm hearing continuously.
Well, usually when we don't know what we're really dealing with, we start talking in terms of value chains. We've been talking about value chains for quite some time. Depending on the service and what you're delivering, the value chain varies. It all will depend on how you're leveraging that channel. If you're using the channel as one more, I have TV, print, and now it's a channel that I can push advertising on that little screen, then the value chain will be different than maybe if you think about it as how do I use this new tool to engage the consumer and integrate my media. So I think that it's not about the value chain, it's about what you do with it.
Yes, I think you should be reminding everyone of that one. Definitely.
Okay, so we have to change probably the way we measure our success and the ROI of this channel. It's not just one more. It's a thing that will allow you to weave all of them and have new ways of. It's a new landscape, totally. It's very exciting, actually.
Yeah, it is very exciting, and I think that's one of the things that I'm finally starting to see at these conferences is people are starting to say, well, we have to turn everything upside down on its head because we can't treat mobile like the web or like previous applications that have come before it. This is something new because it's changing the way that we're interacting with one another in society.
Right.
So
you have no idea for us at Stratemerge how nice it is to finally hear them echoing our sentiment, right? So again, it's because mobile it's with you, and then it extends your reach to your digital assets. So it's unlike traditional media where, for example, a magazine, you could open the magazine, you can read it, and that's it. That's what it was. TV, you can watch it, and now we have some interactive television. Radio, you can listen to it. Mobile, you can interact with it, you can engage, and that is so important. Not only can you engage through that channel, but you're also engaging your other mediums. So now you can take your mobile to your magazine, click on a 2D barcode of some sort, interact with a trailer, watch it, enter a code, win a prize. So you're engaging in life. So it's a life medium.
Yeah, they do say that the only two things you're pretty much sure of leaving the house with is your underwear and your phone, and some people aren't even sure about your underwear most times.
No comment.
No comment. Now, can you give me another sneak peek about what you're going to be talking about in your presentation?
I hope that my moderator is going to be as fun as you are tomorrow. I think it's that again, it's very, very important to adjust our thinking in terms of how we're measuring this channel, because or this medium or this enabler. So we at Stratemerge and with Mobile Monday are talking about this, and we have a series. I welcome you to join us at one of our upcoming events where we're talking about the ubiquitous web and how is it that we are going to apply technology as a behind-the-scenes enabler to enhance everyday life or to create new revenue streams or new opportunities for an enterprise or just simplify life for a consumer, for an individual. And that you'll find what's interesting about that is why this is starting to what you're hearing is starting to change, because it's really now truly the convergence of practically all of the mega industries. So whether it's in communications, traditional telecom, or IT, content, delivery, the publishers, the advertising world, sports, it's about life. And that's really a big change in the way we think of it. It's not just one more channel, it's a way of life. I think the other thing is the role of the carrier is something that's really important, and carriers have all the opportunities still. They get that just by having been carriers or operators, as you will. But again, it's a whole new game, and it's not about who owns the customer. That's, I think, if we at Stratemerge want to emphasize, it's not who controls the customer or who has the customer or has the right to customers' data. It's about who's going to serve that customer, because at the end of the day, it's the customer that owns the customer and the customer that owns their data.
Yeah, that's another one of the trends that I'm finally starting to see, is that people are starting to realize that they can't focus on business models first and then how their business model and how they're going to use the data, but not really consider where the
how they're delivering.
Yeah, or where the consumer fits in almost.
Right.
It's like, here's this service, we can totally make this work, we can make money off of it, and they'll just have to learn to deal with it, right? And all the difficulties with user interaction and user interface and billing and data. It's just like there's the whole plethora of problems people run into. The consumer really had to deal with it up until maybe even just a few months ago, in my opinion.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it's so fantastic to talk to somebody who has similar ideas to me about how mobile should be
lovely,
working and how it treats its users.
Thank you very much. I sincerely enjoyed this interview.
Well, thank you so much, Lubna, from Stratemerge, and I'm Nicole Scott with BNetTV.com here at Mobile Internet World in Boston.
Thank you.